It's the NFL on EA Sports, where representatives from the AFC and NFC will square off. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Dallas Cowboys. Coming up next.
It's a stadium so big you can easily spot it flying into Dallas-Fort Worth for a game. This is AT&T Stadium here in Arlington. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And off we go from Dallas. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard is Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player, and the most exciting player, not just at his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
First snap, and Lamar's going to throw. As his man, it's DeAndre Hopkins. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice, once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Finds his man. It's Rashad Bateman. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From the gun, Jackson. He's got Andrews. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Here's first and 10 from the 34. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
The Ravens getting their first look inside the red zone. They've got first and 10 from the 20. They put a receiver in motion here left. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up. Man in motion wasn't set in time. Just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired. Set him back 5. It's first and 15 after the penalty. They'll run here following the penalty. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle. It's a 4-yard scamper, and they get some yards back. It's 2nd and 11.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
This is Henry on 2nd. And he gets it down to the 13-yard line. It's an 8-yard gain, and things looking a whole lot better now. 3rd and 3 upcoming.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They motion the tight end over. Now Jackson on 3rd down. The left side caught by Andrews. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out. A gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. 1st and goal, now 5 yards tougher after that penalty. Motion man sent left. Lamar now from the gun. He's on, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Gotta forget about 1st down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on 2nd and goal. Slot man in motion right. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. Man in motion wasn't set in time, just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired. Getting in their own way, Brock, as they'll line this up 5 yards further back for 2nd and goal. Motioning right is Hopkins. Trying again following the sack. Bails out of the pocket. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And that sack gonna cost them some yardage.
Kate, you just know as a quarterback there's situations where you're going to gain the trust of the play caller or quickly lose it. And when you take back-to-back sacks, you've lost the trust of your coordinator. And now on 3rd down, well, you better do all you can to regain it.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Now it's Lamar. And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens finish up an excellent opening series. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Extra point attempt coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Kickoff taken at the 13. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. So now the Cowboys getting an opportunity to send their offense out for the first time. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State 4th-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this, Kate. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL. I think for me and for many others, well, it's based on all he's overcome, from tough playoff losses to significant injuries. That his leadership, his stats, his ability to play like an MVP in big moments, at his best, he really is all you could ever ask for.
And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They give it to him again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Prescott now to throw on 3rd down. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Cowboys punting it away here on 4th, and it's the long-time vet Brian Anger on now. And the fair catch secured here at the 16. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Ravens will go on offense. The Ravens offense returning to the field for their second possession. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Here's Henry on the option. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Third and just 2 to go. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Following the flag, it's 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Fair catch is made a yard or 2 short of midfield. No return on that punt. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. First down, here's Dak. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And he takes it up and across midfield into Ravens territory. The rookie from Clemson in on that stop.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They're looking at 2nd and 4. From the gun is Prescott. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll run here on first down. He's got a gain of 6 there. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Nnamdi Madubuike making that stop. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. A 49-yarder in front of him here. Gay's kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. On the return, here comes Justice Hill. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. They've got first down from the 31. The drive begins with Henry. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 34, Bateman hauls it in. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. It was Osa Odigizua in on the tackle. Third and a lone yard coming up. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
When they draw up these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to be bottled up after taking it down to the 43. That's going to be a gain of 6, and they need only inches now here on 3rd down.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Jackson out of the gun on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
From the gun, a run for Henry. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
On 1st down, Jackson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
2nd and 10 now. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Play action now with Jackson. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. Trayvon Diggs has got it. And the Cowboys take over after forcing the 1st turnover of this ballgame. All right, defense did its job, forced the offense into a 3rd and long, and that, in large part, partner, led to that interception.
Such a dichotomy, Kate, in so many ways. Offensively, we hear all the time what? Stay on schedule, avoid these situations. Defensive coaches, you know what they say, earn the right to rush the passer, earn the right to make them one-dimensional, and when you do, go pay it off. And they did in the biggest of ways with that huge INT.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Dak now from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. The Cowboys with a long field ahead. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Prescott here from the gun. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock's still running. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Dumped off to his running back. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Pass is hauled in by the running back. This is ahead for about 5. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Dak throwing again. It's taken in by Lamb. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Another throw for Prescott. It's caught, Ferguson. And they make the tackle at the 38.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. From the 38. Ferguson's got it, complete. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. They'll throw it again. Ferguson there to bring it in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Working quickly here. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. Ball on the right hash for this 36-yard look. Gay's kick is good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. Drops to a knee, and that pesky final second runs off. So we're to the end of our 1st half. So we've reached the halftime break. It's the Ravens leading so far on the road. Now we'll head over to Orlando, Florida Check in with Jonathan Coachman for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a one-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for with both these teams in it to win it.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Dallas with its offense headed out for our first possession of the half. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. First and 10 now from the 30. Prescott will look to throw. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Lone back gets the handoff. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. And this is the second time he's been brought on to kick it. His first effort went 47 yards. Brock looks to have a little more into this one. Fair catch made, a little beyond the 20-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Flowers will go in motion left. First down. Here's Lamar. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Completed to Flowers. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Here's first and 10 from the 34. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be delay of game. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. So they should be a little prompter in snapping this, you'd hope, Brock, after that delay of game. Running it after the penalty. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Only a yard there, so they'll be staring down second and 14.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Play fake, Jackson. Connects with Bateman. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a pickup of 34 yards. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Complete, Derrick Henry. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
2nd and 3 now. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. That one complete to Hopkins. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Lamar throwing again. To the left side, caught by Andrews. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Tight end in motion right. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back him up. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Offense to the line for 2nd down. They send a man in motion. Out of the gun, Henry. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
All right, Cowboys showing nickel set, 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Andrews with the catch. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll push their lead to 4.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Short kick here, fielded at the 15. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Ball at the 33 for first down. Dak out of the pistol. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it sets up second down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Hits him on the out route. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Dak now from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this second half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Ravens will take over with a lot of field ahead of them. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Finding Flowers. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Brought down by Deron Bland. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. The penalty makes it 3rd and 8 here. Lamar now from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. A quick 3 plays, Brock, and we have arrived at 4th down just like that as he comes through with some contact to break up what looked like a catch.
Now, guess what, Kate? These guys aren't getting paid by the down defensively. They want to get themselves off the field in as few snaps as possible, and there was no way they were letting this drive extend beyond a 3 and out.
Fair catch called for and made a little shy of midfield. So no return on that punt. And the Cowboys will take over with some excellent field position. New set of downs for him from the 46. First and 10, Prescott. Escapes the pocket. He'll step up, and there he goes. And that's good for a gain of 5. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. So we're through 3 here. The Cowboys have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 41. Throw takes him to the sideline, but he gets both feet in with the catch. That one gains 7. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
They're set up at the 35 now. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Dak off the play fake. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Dak throwing again. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
You know, a couple of my favorite nicknames, Kate, over the last decade in football. The Legion of Boom, obviously, out in Seattle. But how about the no-fly zone that was cooking in Denver? That right there, that is a no-fly zone. Trying to make the play in the end zone, and a beautiful job by the defender to knock it away.
Another throw for Prescott. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys take a 4th quarter lead. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Needs to go up by a field goal here in the 4th. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys push their lead to 3. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Baltimore running its offense out now. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Lamar out of the pistol. He'll get this to Henry.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. All right, here we go. 2nd down. They bring a tight end in motion right. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Taken in by Likely. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
They're set up at the 35 now. First and 10. Here's Jackson. Gets this one to Andrews. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Again, it's Jackson to the air. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be marked down a yard shy of that marker.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Sending the tight end in motion left. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. It's 3rd and 5 for him after the penalty. Pistol snap to Jackson. That's caught for the 1st. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Jackson yet again. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
They put Flowers in motion right. Jackson's gonna throw again. Caught by Flowers. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
And the Cowboys bringing on an extra DB here. 3rd down coming. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Completed to Flowers. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he got there to make the stop at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and that brings up 3rd and 9.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Penalty not helping their cause for this 3rd down. He'll throw it. Buys time, rolling right. They'll make a bid for it on the ground. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Ravens down by only 3. Fourth down, and we're going to see just how clutch he is on this kick. From the right hash, about 45 yards out. Looking good, and it's through. And they've tied it up late in the 4th.
It's such a confidence builder to a sideline, to an entire team, Kate, when you can rely and trust your kicker in these big moments. He tied it up, and now it's incumbent upon his defense to do their job.
The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Turpin with a return. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. And we'll see how aggressive they get to try and end this game in regulation, or if overtime is on the horizon. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Back to throw. He's on the move. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
He'll look to throw it. Completed here to Pickens. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock's still running. Looking to throw it. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Dallas sends its punting unit onto the field. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Takes it in at the 26. And some nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson are ready to go again on offense. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. The Ravens in very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down. Here he is to throw. He throws a bullet deep to the... That's caught at the 25. And they're going to do it, Brock. They break the tie in the final minute. It's a touchdown. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard-fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, did they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
PAT effort coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Turpin with a return. And a huge return sets up the offense on the opposite side of the field.
Hey, Kate, the best kick returners I was ever around, really at any level, they want this opportunity. They want their chance to help their team. They know they're down, but they also know that return, especially a good one like this, can set the offense up for success.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. They've got to keep moving quick here. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Second and 6 coming up here. From the 24. Escapes the puck. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. There's the timeout. One of the last times they could afford to take a sack, and now they're down to maybe their final snap. This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Here he is to throw. Need this to force overtime. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock.
Well, that was all about the eyes. You've got to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender and make sure you know where that throw is going. And when it does, you got to react and knock it away. That is well done.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. One final shot here. Need this to force overtime. Deflected. Oh, they couldn't bring it in off the tip drill, though. They had the chance they wanted, Brock, but no, that's how this one's going to end. So the Ravens will fly home with the win. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, Every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.